there. For those of you who are new to our YouTube channel, this is the Orton Gillingham Online Academy, and my name is Marisa Bernard. Here we share tips and information on how to make teaching the English language more rewarding for both you and your students. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an activity, an Orton Gillingham activity, using Google Sheets with pixel art. Now, the activity that I share in this video is going to be very simple because this project is time-consuming, but I do want to show you how you can create your own activity using pixel art by inputting formulas, and so that way when your student completes the activity, they can see a really neat picture reveal itself in the middle of the page. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to your Google Chrome browser, and then come up here. You'll see these little dots that represent your apps. So you want to click on that and scroll down to Sheets and click on Sheets. Then down here in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a plus sign. Click on that so that we can open up a new Google Sheets. The first thing you'll want to do is create some directions for your students. So over here in column A, row 1, you want to just write out a very simple instruction. So start out with directions, colon. And then I'm just going to say, read the words in column A. In column B, indicate whether the words are open syllables or closed syllables. And then you could just say the key is capital O is open, and then capital C is closed. Now you have this long area here that is taken up by the directions. I like to text wrap my instructions, so you can come up here to where it says format and click on that, and then come down here to where it says text wrapping, and then come over and click on wrap. And then it'll wrap your instructions around into a smaller area. Now, to me, the columns are a little too narrow. So if you come up to the line between A and B and drag it over just a bit, to make your instructions a little more user-friendly there, that would be perfect. Now, in column A, number 2, I'm just going to put here open or closed syllable words. And you can even drag this over just a bit more so that everything fits well. Now you're going to want to drag your cursor across here all of these letters because we're needing to make this center part smaller. So drag it all the way across to Z, and then you want to right click and come down to where it says resize. It'll say resize columns C through Z. You want to click that, and then I'm going to resize to 20. And that just brings the squares in smaller so that you can create a pixel art there in the center. Now, what I would do here is go ahead and create your activity first. So let me just, in column A, I'm going to start in row 3, and I'm just going to add some words here, maybe 4 or 5 of them. So the first one I'm going to add is we, got, Hi, so, and how about bed? All right. And in column B, remember they're supposed to indicate whether they're open or closed by using the capital O or C. O, and then open, and then close. Good. Now I like to have my areas here centered, so I'm going to drag that, and I'm going to come up to alignment here, and I'm going to just center everything. And that just makes it more visually appealing, I think. Now I'm going to just simply start creating my pixel art in the center. Now, if you want to if you're a creative person and you want to create your own pixel art, you can certainly do that. You can also Google search pixel art, and you could say, if your students like snow globes, for example, you could look up pixel art snow globes, and then you will find a lot of images on how to create a snow globe here in the center of this activity. But I'm just going to create a square. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag across and decide how big I want my square to be here. Okay, that looks about right to me. And then I'm going to fill in this. I love this aqua color, so I'm just going to fill in with that aqua color. Then I'm just going to create some different colors here. Maybe a border of, let's do yellow. We'll do a yellow border. And then I'm just going to come down here and create a yellow border. Now, as we're using the colors, you can come up to the color fill box and add any color you want here. This little bucket is the fill color. So when you click on a box, you can come up to that fill bucket and pick whatever color you would like. Now, I have 5 words here, and so I'm going to make sure I have 5 colors. So I'm just going to select these 4 squares, and let's pick red. Okay, so far we have 3 colors. And if I want to make sure that I'm getting the exact same color here, I like to select a box and press and copy that, and then come over here, select these boxes, and paste it. That way I have the exact color that I used before here. Now I've got 3 colors. I think I'm going to come along in here, and I'm going to take this row here, and I'm going to add another color. How about purple? And then I'm going to add another color down the middle. And how about we add blue? Okay, so now we've got a colorful box here in the middle that will be revealed as your student correctly enters the answers in column B. So now what we're going to do is we are going to select the colors that we would like to align with a specific answer in column B. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be adding a conditional rule, or a conditional format rule for each of the answers here, so that they align with a color on your picture in the middle. So the first thing you want to do is click on the very first answer in column B, row 3. Then you're going to come up to where it says Format in the toolbar. Click on Format, come down to where it says Conditional Formatting. Click on that. Now you're going to want to fill in all the rules here. So you want to click on Apply to Range, select Data Range. See this little square with a grid? You want to click on that. And then we're going to select all of the colors that will align with this first answer, okay? So I'm just going to drag across here, and then I'm going to drag across here, and here, and here. Good. Now I'm going to click on OK, and that will pick up all of the yellow squares. So you want to come down to where it says Formatting Style and click on that little fill bucket and click on the yellow so that they both match. You've got the yellow in column B, row 3, and you've also got your yellow boxes in your pixel art selected. Now you want to come to where it says Format Rules. You want to click on the little caret there, open that up, open up your choices, come down to Custom Formula Is. Now the formula that we're going to use to align this color with the answer is the equal sign. So go ahead and click on the equal sign, then the dollar sign. Now we want the the column letter, which is B. And then you want another dollar sign. And then you want the row number, which is 3, another equal sign. And then in quotation marks, you want to put the answer. So quotation mark, capital O, and then you want another quotation. And that will align that O with all of the yellow squares. Then you want to come down here and click on Done. Now the next step is real important. You want to come up to this little fill bucket in your toolbar at the top of the page, click on that, and you want to reset, because that will reset it so that you can go on and do the next answer. Now you can come here where it says O and delete it, and that will delete all the yellows. So you know then what you've done already. So it's real important, because if you don't reset it and then delete, you won't know whether you've included a box or not, especially when your pixel art becomes more complex. Then the next one is the C, the capital C, representing closed. So then you want to click in that box and come over and add another rule. Then you want to click in your box here with a grid for the data range. And I am going to select all of the red this time. Okay. And then you want to come down and pick your color so that they both match. And then you want to fill in your formula. And remember, the formula equals dollar sign, and we're in column B, another dollar sign, and then the number 4 for the row equals quotation marks, capital C, quotation marks, so that everything matches there, and then done. Now remember, you want to come up to the fill bucket and reset. Then you can delete that answer as well as all those colors. The next one is the open syllable pattern. So I'm going to come over to this data range grid, and I'm on a Mac laptop, so I can hold down the command button and I can drag on my keypad all of the ranges that I would like to include in this range. Or you can click each box individually, that's fine too. You just want to make sure in this range you have all of the boxes that you want to include with that particular answer. And then I'm going to come down here and change the color. And then I'm going to input the formula. And my formula is equals $, column B, $, and I'm in row 5, equals, quotation marks, and my answer is a capital O, end quote. Perfect. And then all of the colors there, the teal color, will align then with the answer in column B. Then I'm going to click on Done, come up to my fill bucket, reset, and then I'm going to delete. Okay. The next one, I'm going to add another, so I'm clicking in my answer in column B, adding another rule, clicking on my grid here so that I can add a data range. I'm going to just add all of those purple squares to that data range. Then I'm going to come down here and input the color that I used. I'm going to add my custom formula, which is $, and I'm in column B, $, row 6, equals, quotation, capital O, and then quotation. Now we should match. I'm going to click on Done, up to the fill bucket, reset. Then I'm going to delete. The next one is C. I'm going to click on that answer. Then I'm going to add another rule. I'm going to click on the data range grid, and I'm just going to include all of the rest of the squares here. And okay, I'm going to come down here and add the blue color, and then come up here to the format rules, scroll down to custom formula is, equals, $, column B, $, row 7, equals, and then quotation, C, capital C, and then quotation, and everything should match. Then I'm going to come up to the fill bucket here and reset, and then I'm going to delete. Perfect. Now, when you present it to your student this way, all of the formulas are added to those squares. So when your student comes in to answer the question, so we have the first answer is O, enter. Second answer is a capital C, enter. The next answer is capital O, enter. And then we have O, enter. And then we have closed, enter. Okay, so there's a quick snapshot on how to create your own Google Sheets activity. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you the next time.